Hey guys, Marth here. This week I wanted to kind of redo and update the killer tier lists due to the fact that we all have seen and heard that the new nurse rework is going to be coming out soon. It does change a little bit of things, but really it doesn't really too much. But I wanted to make this a little bit more clear, talk about it a little bit more than I did last time because I did make it a little too quick. I didn't get to say what I wanted to say, so we're going to give it another shot this week and see how it goes. So coming up on the screen now, you're going to see the killer tier list for PCs. Very common, really not much. People are going to really, I don't think, fight too much. Maybe around the CD tiers, who's the better mid tier, things like that. But Nurse is still the dominant character on the game, no matter what happens for PC. With the changes coming up, it's still a little too early to tell if she'll drop down to A tier. I personally think she's going to. I don't think there is going to be an S tier killer anymore. I think it's just going to be the Spirit, the Billy, and the Nurse duking it out at the top. Again, we may see featured Nurse in the future for both of those killers. I'm predicting with the Nurse getting nerfed, we are going to see something to Spirit and Billy next. But for the time being, Nurse in its current state, especially we'll see all on Saturday today, is the fact that Nurse is just that broken. She is going to be the dominant killer. She's able to pretty much weed through a lot of the survivor maps that are really overpowered and be able to get some quick downs, insta downs, and be able to just tear through teams if they make the mistake of stacking up near each other. That's the one thing with Nurse you got to avoid is getting caught together. If you get caught together, she gets one of you down, she's right on the next survivor, and the pressure is on. No other killer can get the pressure that she can. Billy can if he gets lucky enough to catch someone in the open or in a very bad spot, but he is very loopable. Spirit's mind games are a little bit harder to beat her, but she can be looped a little bit too. But for PCs, top 3 killers that you're going to want to run is either Nurse, Billy, Spirit. Any other killer I see it in the game, you're going to have a very tough time. It takes a lot of killer pressure to be able to get survivors off of gens. I mean a lot of pressure. You've got to get the quick down and get it almost within like the first 30 seconds of the match. It's almost impossible to do with Spirit and Billy. It is probable, but almost impossible. So that's the killer tier list for the PC. Now, this kind of made a little console players a little upset last week, but I'm going to still stick to it. The console tier list is going to have Spirit at A with Billy. But Console Nurse, I'm going to still keep it in the B tier. And Huntress, I'm going to still keep it in the C tier. Especially after the rework, that's definitely going to be truth no matter what. But currently, Console Nurses deal with a lot of things that PC Nurses don't have to deal with. Optimization issues, lighting issues, and the poor controller support that doesn't really react perfectly with your movements like a mouse will. Now, again, I don't mean any disrespect to anybody that wants to try to main Console Nurse or who is a main of Console Nurses. You guys are kicking butt. Great job. Keep up the good work. Ultimately, Nurse is very, very hard to be consistent on console because you've got a lot of lighting issues if the optimization goes bad. I know because I was even playing on the new dedicated servers on PC with the optimization not being so good. I even feel the pain on PC. So I've played on console, so I know a little bit of how much you guys go through. So, the biggest thing about killers and how I rate them is how fast can they get survivors down. Because in this game, it's all about the time. You load into a match, you've got, as a killer, 4 to 5 minutes to kill the survivors before they have the gens powered. If the gens are not powered by 4 to 5 minutes, one of two things has happened. 1, survivors were not diligent enough on gens like they should have been. Or 2, you got lucky at the start and caught someone out of position very early and started pulling people off the gens and you kept the pressure on like you needed it to do. Good job. So, ultimately in another video, of course, you guys will see that, how I'll kind of explain what you guys need to do as a killer. Granted, it's not a foolproof strategy, but it does help. This is my tier list of what I think are the best killers in the game. For tournament standards, C, D, and F, never play them. You're going to always run into issues. A tier and above, mostly. You may get away with some B tiers, but it'll be very hard, and you'll need a lot of luck to be able to do well with him. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I'll see you all in the fog.